So this is the first of some hopefully fairly regular, definitely not scheduled updates, but something where there's a bit of consistency, where I can put out information about the products I'm working on and also products that have kind of come out and people ask me questions about certain like use cases or things like that. Because I am a kind of one-man band for the most part, doing a lot of this product development. I do work with manufacturers, and I've got a really, really good guy based in Germany who was helping me reverse engineer. Actually, I say helping me, he's done 99.9% of the work. So that'll be really interesting. That's to do with reverse engineering the RED mini mags. So that's quite exciting. I won't do that in this video, but that will be a video that's coming out very soon, as yeah, those are done working. It's just kind of all the fine details of sourcing the right type of SSDs and also manufacturing the enclosures and all these other bits. So that'll be a future video coming out. But what I want to talk about in this video mainly is I have a lot of people messaging about the Blackmagic B4 to RED DSMC mount, which is this mount here. So this is one of the, let's see if that's in focus. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, yeah. So this is a almost final prototype. There was a mistake on this one, which was 100% my fault. So I've just ordered a new prototype. This one technically works, but the final version will be a bit better, a bit more rigidity. So yeah, so there's an update to this. But this is basically done now. This will work with the 1.1 times Blackmagic B4 adapter, and that's the one that's currently installed. But I've also redesigned the back of this. So I don't know if you can see that. Come on, camera. Yeah, so not only, so there's now a recess area, so fingerprints, when you're handling the lens, like don't get into this inner area. So this is sorry, I'm looking at the camera. I've got a screen here that shows me what I'm looking at. But yeah, so this recessed area, there we go, means that we have an optically matte black finish on the inside, but it is like quite prone to fingerprints. And to be honest, it doesn't really affect the image in any way. But because I'm quite pedantic about things, I just made it recessed. So handling and just general wear and tear, this inner bit isn't going to wear out. Or, you know, that coating's not going to be damaged. So that was really cool. But I've also adapted the back of it to work with the Blackmagic Ursa Broadcast 4K B4 lens mount adapter. So it's a very similar adapter to this one, but instead of having a 1.1 times expand, it's got a 1.5 times expand. So that is actually here, which is on another prototype B4 mount. Actually, I may as well show you that now. This is a micro four thirds B4 lens mount adapter. This is quite cool. I haven't put any information out about this, but that's the 4K version. So you would need this adapter for the most part to work on micro four thirds. So this is a G9, and it seems to work really well in the 4K X tele mode. But the 1.1 times would also work well in a 1080p X tele mode on a, you know, most micro four thirds cameras. And this adapter, actually I may as well show you, is I've machined it. So focus. There we go. So you can see, so this rear part, even though there's no screws, all the screws are actually internal on this. But this silver part here, that's stainless steel. And that lens mount, I just reverse engineered. So this is a micro four thirds one. And I'm going to do a Canon RF, Leica L, Panasonic L, Sony E, Nikon Z. Like, I've designed this rear mount so all of the mirrorless mounts that this would theoretically work with on the market right now are compatible with the core of this design. So that's quite cool. Quite like that. That's an interesting product that should be coming out quite soon, hopefully. And this 4K adapter, so this is the 1.5 times expand on DSMC2. When you pair this 4K B4 adapter onto the DSMC2 adapter, you will be able to cover about 4K on helium, 2.5K Gemini, and 3K on Dragon and Monstro. So you get a bit more resolution out of your B4 lenses. And actually, I may as well show you now. So how it all connects. So this is a Digi-Zoom, Zeiss Digi-Zoom, which is a really weird and interesting lens in its own kind of regard. But this is how this one would work. Put that on there. Yeah, nice. There we go. So you can see. So that's how it all adapts. And shall I show you? Actually, maybe a bit hard on camera at the moment. But you can see, yeah, so that's how it adapts. And these lenses do need to be supported on the Micro Four Thirds version. The lenses do need to be supported, but I've also built in a tripod foot mount. So you can see that right there at the bottom. Come on. So it has got a tiny foot mount, and this has been designed to work with most like small rig cages, like most cages you can get from Micro Four Thirds cameras. The spacing of these two screw holes will work with pretty much all of them from what I can work out, or if not, it'll be, where it's via a adapter or something. But yeah, that's almost done as well. So these two are basically done. Testing on these, it's basically all done now. Really, really happy with the results. Optically, it's really, really nice. There's no like weird internal reflections or anything like that. It's, yeah, performing exactly how I'd want it to work. Yeah, there's only the one final revision I'm doing in the last prototype now, which is just adding some more structural rigidity to the inner section. So I've done it on this version, but I haven't done it on this version. So I'm going to do that, but hopefully these should be for sale within the next kind of 4 to 5 weeks is the aim at the moment. It's just packaging. So I've got a really good packaging company that helps me design. You can see this. Oh, this is one of the early prototypes. But yeah, you can. So I'll just get the packaging made up for them. That'll all be done. And then there's some screwdrivers I need to sort for them. But for the most part, B4 mounts all done. So that's really good. The other future products that I'm working on. Oh yeah, the Fujinon. This has been delayed for a while. So this is the 50-135. I've actually done all the testing now. It's just, there's been so much on, I haven't been able to do it as quickly as I'd like to. But this is done. This is using a really nice internal baffle now. So if I take off this rear plate, the 52, got on there actually. The 52-15 just took a bit of like perfecting, because there was like a lot of, not a lot, but in certain like situations where you had strong backlight, this would have internal reflections. So you can see, I'll show you that. You're going to focus this time. There. Come on. There we go. I will probably adjust this lighting setup I got for future videos. But yeah, you can see there's a little internal baffle in there. Close this lens focus. And that's all working really nice. So it just cuts off the kind of stray light that was causing these like slight internal reflections. It's more like a haze or a loss of contrast. So now, these are really good. We shot last week on the 18-55 and the 50-135 for a shoot. Just a lot of like high-end like talking heads and stuff like that. And it came out really well. Really, really nice, really sharp lenses. And the performance now, I'm really happy. A lot of that had like quite strong backlight through some like windows. The whole side of this office area was all just like glass windows. So behind them, we had strong light. We had this lens set up, absolutely no internal reflections, no flaring. So yeah, so this is done. That's really happy. It's just a case of ordering the internal baffles, which I'm getting onto. You can see this is these are some old, sort my hair out. These are some old versions of the internal baffles. So this is what is in. Come on. There we go. This was the first version. This helped a little bit, but actually really didn't do anything. It was based upon the baffle that was in the lens itself. So the lens came with a baffle on the Sony E-mount version. And I tried to you know, just copy that design, but for some reason it didn't work for me. And then I came up with this new version, which allowed for maximum coverage, but would help kind of cut off like all the internal. Oh, this is too small. Gonna work? There we go. You can see it. So that was a really weird part to get machined, and I thought that would work really well, and it did for the most part. But I found that actually going with a flat profile instead of this 45-degree profile worked better. So that's what I went with in the end, and it was only marginal, but it was better. So went with that. And then, is there anything else that I want to cover in this video? Let's have a look. What we got? All sorts of random bits. Ooh, did I show you that? I'll do one last thing, because on the DSMC 2 version of the B4 mount, which is here, I didn't think it would be compatible with DSMC 1, but it turns out it is compatible with DSMC 1 Dragon, but the tolerances are really, really fine, especially for the 1.1 times. With the 4K version, actually, well, it's going to be really hard to notice this on camera. I don't know why I've done this, but come on, there we go. That rear optic on the 4K version is actually smaller than on the 1.1 times version. So this one fits really easily on DSMC 1 Dragon. You have to remove the internal baffle. And this is just a random front end from a Dragon that was faulty. But you get an idea. So that's just a... yeah, sorry. So it kind of shows what I'm using here. Yeah, so this is just a Dragon 6K front, but no body, obviously. But you can see, if I line these up, there we go. You gonna go in there? You happy? There we go. So it does fit. So that fits really well. And from what I've tested on my working DSMC 1 Dragon, it's really good. Really nice performance. You lack... What do you lack in comparison? No, nothing really. From what I've tested, it's been really good. Limited testing on DSMC 1, loads of testing on DSMC 2. That's what the design was really made for. But yeah, that works on Dragon, which I wasn't expecting, and it was only just a kind of fluke that I had a Dragon, and it seemed to all fit well. So yeah, so that's it for the most part of this video, and I am going to try and get a bit more coherent with this sort of stuff. So I'm trying to do it in one take if I can, because the reason I wanted to do these is because I'm getting so many people messaging, which is really cool, and I absolutely love that people are messaging and asking about products, but I'm struggling to reply to them all. So that's what I'm hoping these videos will kind of answer some questions. Yeah, and with time I'll kind of get a bit better at doing it. But anyway, thank you for watching, and yeah, keep an eye out for updates, especially the mini mags. There'll be some updates soon. I got to speak to the guy that's reverse engineering it and see what he wants to, you know, because he's the one that really, really pioneered it. So I want him to be able to come out first and do his own video. But yeah, there'll be some exciting news coming out soon. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.